Hey guys, and welcome to the EnderSkills Showcase. I currently have Aya here, the creator of the mod, so if there's anything that goes wrong during this video, hopefully not, he's here to help us out. We currently have all the blocks in this mod lined up right here, so if you wanted to see them, boom, there they are right here. You start out with your little oak wooden altar right here. You go ahead, you start mining yourself some ender ore, you craft some ender tokens, you put those into a crystal block, and you place those around your altar to get it upgraded to the next level, and then you toss down this good old matrix on top of it and get yourself an ultimate altar. Ender ore has the same spawning properties as emerald, by the way. So if you wanted to find a lot of ender ore, all you gotta do is find wherever emerald ore is, except any biome you want. It's not limited to extreme hills or anything. You can get this ender dust by mining some ender ore. Ender ore is a way of obtaining ender pearls. Don't worry, it only drops about 2 to 4 dust per mine. You need 4 to be able to make an ender pearl. You can use these little ender tokens to increase your levels and get better abilities. When I say that, you're probably a little confused when I said crystal block around altar and then ender tokens so they increase your level. What I mean by that is placing crystal blocks around the altar will actually level up the altar itself right here with this power. It takes up to 32 blocks, crystal blocks, to make it at max power, which then you would need to apply that matrix to the altar to level it up to ultimate. By yourself, you will need ender levels. That's what these tokens are for. You take those, you right click them, you crash them to make little particles on the ground, and that'll increase your bar right here just by a little bit. You'll probably reach around 6 to 8 ender levels, which will allow you to have 8 abilities, meaning full ultimate right here, as well as another ultimate right here. Once you actually go through here and get yourself an ultimate ability, you can actually go back to this one right here. You saw that just unlock. You can actually unlock that as well now, and you get good old Ann sign. Once you level that up, you can actually level up this one too. And now you have 6 abilities on the left there. If you wanted to swap over to a whole new skill tree, that is completely possible. You can choose something like Earth and go through Taunt, as well as something like Wall. You can actually level up Wall as well if you wanted to by just clicking on it and leveling it up to level 1 and going level 2, level 3. You can hold shift when you click on it to actually get this lockbox to happen. And you can actually just spam click this thing to level it up as fast as you want. You can check the stats on Wall by holding shift and see what it's doing and all the little technical details about it. But basically leveling it up means it's stronger and does more of what it does. To switch between those little skill trees, now that we have Wall ability, all you gotta do is hold control and press A or D. That quickly switches you between the 2 skill trees, and you can do quick little combos like Wall into Fireball or something. That's Flaming Rain. Alright, but yeah, you get what I mean. Once you start crafting some crystal blocks with your altar here, the range goes from about 5 blocks or so, as you can see here, and once you start placing them down, you'll start upgrading your altar. So as you can see, we've upgraded our altar to level 2 now, and we can go into upgrading to new abilities. You can choose different pages. There's of course different elements, wind, fire, and quite a few other ones throughout these different tabs down below. When you download EnderSkills, you're gonna have 3 different configs to choose from. You have vanilla, standard, and overpowered. Vanilla is mainly used when you don't have any mods to go along with it, so just using it basically by itself is the best way to use the vanilla. Standard is when you combine it with something like scaling health, which increases the mob health and damage as you progress through the game. Your abilities will be able to scale a lot further. Overpowered is if you've customized your mod pack to be hard. When we talk about hard, we're talking about 1100 damage. Using overpowered is only advised if you've actually built something very difficult, or if you just want to go kill a lot of things really quickly. Each version has its own costs, so vanilla being the cheapest probably only max around 30 levels. Standard, we're talking about maybe level 50 even being used. If we talk about overpowered, we're going into the hundreds of levels. For this example, we're just gonna quickly grab standard, so we're gonna click on that, and then we're gonna click the download button over here. We're just gonna install this to our desktop here. Then we're gonna open the folder, and you'll see in here it says standard. We're just gonna open that, and we have EnderSkills here. %appdata%, and going to .minecraft, and then going into your config folder right here. Once you get in here, all you gotta do is click and drag that in. I'm gonna replace just for the sake of it, and there we go. we now are set for the standard version of EnderSkills. If you were to open up the global config of EnderSkills, you could actually find some pretty cool things in here. If we were to disable default human team, we'll actually be able to use our abilities against each other. This will allow for PvP fights in the game with the abilities. A practical use is starting off with just your altar. So to craft the altar, all you need is 3 wood, 2 iron, 1 ender pearl, and a book, which is relatively easy to obtain in Minecraft, especially in early game. Once you place the altar down, you'll have access to level 1 abilities in the mod, as well as level 1 attributes, which are on the right. We can start off just by saying, I want something offensive, and we can look through here and figure out exactly what we want for our starting ability. Along with these offensive abilities, we can see that it gives us damage, attack speed, and knockback. Let's start with fire. After that, you'll see it pops up on our top left here, and we can easily activate that by pushing Control 1, and you can hear it's active. Smacking an enemy will light them on fire, and I'm sure you'll know how that treats them. Along with upgrading your damage, you can actually upgrade your base ability too. If you hold shift, you can see exactly what it's doing, and you can see at the next level what you get. If we wanted to increase our damage even more, we can actually do that if we go into our offense abilities and check out tier 2. You can increase the ability strength just flat out with this one right here. Getting to this attribute means you need to be level 2 in one of these. But of course, to get there, we're gonna have to place some crystal blocks, and that'll start upgrading your altar. Along with EnderSkills, you'll probably want 2 mods to go with it. Better Hurt Timer, which is also developed by Aya, or by Aya. And you also may want Neat Plus, which is just another damage indicator kind of mod, where it allows you to see their health and HP. You'll see he now has a health bar, and we can actually push Control 1 to activate our fire ability, and punch him to start lighting him on fire. Better Hurt Timer allows you to deal multiple sources of damage at the same time, meaning you'll be able to light this enemy on fire, as well as punch him at pretty much the exact same time. If we were to light this enemy on fire with some lava as well, we can easily punch them while they're in the fire as well and deal our normal knockback. Now that A is here, we can spawn in a zombie, and we can both punch it at the exact same time to show it right here. And you can see we're even dealing 2 ticks every once in a while. That's because they're combining into one swing. This allows for your abilities and other abilities to attack at the exact same time, as it would act very odd if you were to use this mod without BHT. If you were to activate Gloom and an ability like Blood Pool, you will be having an issue without BHT where the damage might not even be added. I'd highly suggest slapping this mod into any mod pack you have, just because it's such a nice ability mod. It allows you to easily and simply get some powers that are used almost all the time. They all have cooldowns and their own respective endurance usage at the top left there. We're looking to increase the amount of elements that are used in the mod, including spreading the elements that are already in the mod to other skill trees. So maybe something like fire defense. That could be coming at some point, as well as electricity. Look forward to that, and thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoy this mod. It was a great time making this thing over the past year, almost half a year. Yeah, if you want to check out any other of my videos that are completely different from this one, they're usually just normal random funny moments that we have all edited into like a quick 10-minute video, like hours of footage. So you can check those out in the description. This video should be unlisted, so if you ever wanted to find it, just make sure you save the link or come visit the homepage for EnderSkills. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and whatever my outro is, I haven't updated it in quite a long time. Let's just see what that is, huh? Do it.